Well, I pretty much finished all my end of season meetings.
Yep. How did they go?
Yeah, they went pretty well. So met with all the nutritionists, the SCC, and then the and Bo and stuff, and it kind of just went through what you did well, what you can work on going forward.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of more because I haven't had that much to do with leadership. It's been in and out lots.
Yep.
And he was kind of wanting to know how do I get the best out of myself in training and stuff. He didn't see me train that much. And then me and Bo were going to kind of do video work. I was saying if the coach comes and says to me, "Oh, your head's falling over or your hands out front," you know you're doing it, but then I feel if you have a video, then you can actually see it.
Helps you learn.
Then I can actually see it. So we'd have a video set up, we'd be on the bottom machine, and then there'd be a screen there, and we'd be doing backflip play, and then I'd try and get across the off stump, and then play late rather than pushing out there and squirting off, and then literally as a 7
watch it straight after.
Yeah, and I'm Bo would say something, I'm oh yeah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
So I talk lots about that and how.
Where's that set up? In the indoors.
In the WACA, yeah.
Yeah, in the indoors. Yeah.
No one else really does that, but both kind of did it for me one session. I was like, that really worked.
Yeah.
So just went on and did it. So talked about that, and then how I can improve.
Yeah.
So they said mainly backfield players should go for me, which I agree.
Yeah.
Just need to get better knowing off stump, covering off stump, and then being able to pull and cut from those backfield positions.
Yeah.
Not going straight back, so then I can only cut.
Yeah.
So then I can only pull. Just going back to off stump all the time.
Yeah.
And then from there I can pull, cut, jump, whatever.
Yep.
Obviously, more back is pretty bouncy.
Yep.
And then I said work my fielding lots, which is a big area I know I need to work on.
Yep.
Those are kind of the 2 points. And they said,
And you said that or they said that?
Both. I
Yeah.
brought it up. I was I know fielding, but you get that I need to work on. You can't just be sexist about it because if you're not scoring on, she's nearly going around or whatever, making catches. So we kind of both came to an agreement, which was pretty good. Yeah. And that fact has been played with him as well. Saying I'm not one of the best players in the team. And they totally agree. And they kind of said, for me now, it's going to be no underage. It's into the system. You're coming off Aussie running. It's you've got that kind of around you. But now you want to do something with that. You don't want to just have that. It's you want to have on those, maybe you want to do something with it. Yeah. Which I totally agree with. And they said, just come back in really good shape. And then that'll allow you to get the skills straight away and just get better. And then obviously with the T20 World Cup next year, there'll be a few more spots up for grabs. Yeah. So just work hard and see what can happen. Yeah, good. It was pretty positive. I was quite happy. Yeah, good.
But you just got to worry about being the best you can be, and that'll look after itself.
Exactly. I'm not worried about that.
No, you're going to hopefully have a 15-year career. You don't need to worry about the next year. You just got to keep being better and hopefully break into the side next year. But if you don't, due to this pretty strong side, because you're still so young, if you don't, then you're just the next one in, and they're like, oh, we're going to contract Fanners again another 2 years because he's getting better and he's the next one in.
Yeah. He's the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because don't give them a reason not to. They also brought up grade, and obviously this year they play off. The next year I want to dominate that. Yeah. I just totally agree because they said if you want to get picked, then obviously you're in the system, so it helps a lot. Yeah. But you want to do one grade.
Yeah. Fitness, is your fitness good enough for the WACA standard?
Yeah, at the moment it is. Everything's good, so it's all green, which is but it went down a bit. Yeah. But it's still in the green, which is
went down as in not as good.
Yeah, not as good. Yeah. So I usually run
but that generally happens throughout the season. Yeah.
You're not training as much. So I did 15 seconds 2K.
What's your PB 2K?
PB 640.
Oh, good.
But I won't be at that again because I had my toe injury. So best I can get at the moment, very best one, peak fitness will be 650. Okay. So
why are you putting a limit on it?
Yeah, but you don't need to. Yeah.
10 seconds isn't that? Yeah, fuck it. I'd say you've had injuries and maybe they've set you back, but why put a limit on what's possible?
Yeah.
If you're telling yourself that, you'll get to a point where you go, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why not say I want to smash 630? I can take it further. Yeah. Absolutely you can. Absolutely. So I'd be saying try and get to the elite stage of being 630.
Yeah, great.
Because I heard a story the other day from the WACA Rob Chipchase, who does the girls S&C.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He said that for the Women's World Cup that just finished, there were two players they were selecting between, and they picked the player with the quicker 2K time trial.
Really?
Because they were like tossing and turning between no clue. They went, all right, she's fitter.
Yeah. Little 1% of that, and like AMS being the daily markers.
Yeah.
Like stuff, you just come down to stuff like that.
Yeah, and it comes down to your habits.
Yeah.
Like it comes down to your choices and then your habits. You need to create good habits.
Yeah.
You need to really create a process and a lifestyle that allows you to, like if you're not giving yourself time at 5 o'clock in the evening or 6 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening, because you're socializing or you're doing something, then you're going to rush your AMS stuff, and you're going to you've got to create habits that allow you to do what you have to do as an athlete and as a human, and then you can sort of do whatever else you need to do.
Getting like a good routine.
Yeah. Because AMS is taxing, and sometimes you're like, oh, do I have to do this? That I can't be bothered. But like, if that's something that's important to the system, you have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100% agree. So I think from the fitness side, just like set the limits.
Yeah, and fitness is a choice. So fitness is like, you can be as fit as you really want to be. You just have to, rather than having a day off, 2 days off, 3 days off, and sitting on the couch doing nothing, you go for a run, you go to the gym, you do a little home workout, you just decide, I really want to be fit.
Yeah.
So that there's no excuses, like physically, there's no excuses for coaching staff. Whatever. I'm one of the fittest, if not the fittest in the squad, and they'll know that I want it then. There's so many things that come with being fit. You don't just become a better player, but you become, mentally you can focus for longer, you become more desirable to the coaching staff, and they think this boy wants it. And a lot of coaches will pick players who they think want it. Whereas if someone's lazy, they're like, I don't know, he doesn't want it. He might be a really good player, but he doesn't want it. If he did, he'd be... Exactly. So that's something that I think you can control. And there's so many things in cricket you can't control. And the fitter you work and the harder you work, the luckier you get. Like, things just go your way. Like, not always in the short term, but in the long term, things just go your way.
And it's like a placebo effect as well. Sometimes you think, why did I get from that? I got dropped because I made 100. Then it can come back, I did those extras. Whatever. It's not a direct correlation, but it's just that placebo effect.
100%. 100%. So just make sure that's always, for the rest of your career, a priority. And there's so many stories of Hussey and Langer and Steve Smith and Coley and all these great players who were pretty fit. And then they made a lifestyle change and they said, no, I want to be the fittest I can possibly be. And they then became the best cricketers in the world. Michael Clarke took his fitness to a new level, became the #1 batter in the world. Steve Smith did the same. Coley's done the same. Like, there's no coincidence in that your effort and what you're putting into your fitness. And like just your diet as well. Everything about being the best physical being you can be has a big influence on you being the best cricketer you can be.
Yeah, definitely. I think that that exact notion came before for me, and I think under 17 was the fittest I've ever been. Like skinnies were 40, 642k, ridiculous. And I had a really good start to the season. I think 200 straight away. Got picked the year after under 17 New South team. Which the year after New South kind of
absolutely.
And so I was really happy. And then I didn't do well at the carnival, and then that season I kind of taped it off a little bit and came back towards the end. So it was a pretty good season. But I kind of learned, and then 2 years later, I kind of learned that I got to have a balance between wanting to be really fit and kind of it not overwhelming.
No,
saying,
very true.
Okay, I can't eat that. On the menu, I can't have that. I can't have that, whatever.
So
I think I've got to find that balance between being too I missed my run, I'm not going to get runs. Good balance.
Forgiving yourself, but being driven to still be. And listening to your body. Listening to your body and saying, I'm knackered today, I don't need to go and smash myself, but I'm going to go for a half an hour walk. Put a podcast in, maybe just call a friend, do something, and just get outdoors, do an active recovery, rather than just, I'm sore, I'm going to sit on the couch all day and recover. Yeah, exactly. Like you're still ticking over, you're getting 8,000 steps in or whatever, you're getting into fresh air, it's good for your mental health, and you're doing something to help you, but you're not smashing yourself. And you're right. Like, I did a podcast with Nicole Bolton, and she spoke about when she was 18, 19, she went away with an Australian under-23 squad, to New Zealand, I think it was, and that women's Australian team were there. And at that point, she thought, I'm so far off the pace, I need to pick up my training standards. She came back to Perth and trained the house down, trained her ass off, but that led to burnout, and she took 2 years away from the game. So there's a balance. You can't just go everything, because you need to be able to switch off and get away. But you got to be able to, at the right times, prioritise being as fit as you can be.
Yeah, I think that just comes from like having the right priorities. Like obviously cricket is the main priority. But then knowing for me to perform better at cricket, I've got to have like the social aspect. I've got to have like the university aspect. It can't just be quick.
No, absolutely.
And I think that's
and sometimes young players or players of any age, they lack things outside of cricket except drinking. So then they get too heavily into drinking, and because they don't have a uni or they don't have friends outside of cricket that they go for dinner with, or they don't have they play golf or another passion. It's just cricket's everything, and then their one way to release and switch off is to get on the piss, and it's a really dangerous way. I'm all for having a good night out. I've done it my whole life, and I love getting on the drink, but it's at the right time. And when you're a professional athlete, you have to monitor and manage how often you're doing it.